Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. We are back with another big episode of Friday Night Smackdown as we approach the Royal Rumble. Last week, we got Triple H back in our hands. This is what we have for you this week. It's a hardcore WWE Tag Team Championship matchup. MVP Mark Henry will take on Sabu and the Sandman. Johnny Nitro will take on JTG and Shad in a handicap matchup. A bit of a filler matchup, I will admit. Tag team action with CM Punk and the Beast Brendan teaming up to take on Jeff Hardy and Rey Mysterio. And we have bitter rivals, Randy Orton and Edge. They continue their rivalry. And we're going to have a bit of a rivalry attack from Triple H, as well as that the Fatal 4-Way will be the main event. It is Batista, Triple H, HBK, and The Undertaker in a Fatal 4-Way matchup. That will be today's main event. But we are going to play the tag team title match. So here we go. Here comes our favorite entrance. And I always keep forgetting to change this entrance deliberately because I love it. Are we going to see the big backflip again? Here we go. Here comes Mark. He's faster than MVP. Look at that speed from Mark Henry. He's been training hard. And we're going to see the big backflip. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the backflip. Mark Henry, MVP, our tag team champions. They're coming up against Sabu and the Sandman, which has been a bit of an unsuccessful and a bit of an underwhelming tag team here in GM mode, but you never know. Today could be their day. So, GM mode, a couple of weeks out before the Royal Rumble. Who will win the Royal Rumble? I'm not exactly sure. Let me know in the comment section down below. Who is your favorite to win the Rumble? We obviously had Edge, who's been a world champion. Undertaker, he's the world champion right now for us, so he's really the only guy we can exclude out of the possible contenders. So we have Edge in there, we've got Shawn Michaels, Batista, Randy Orton, Triple H, although Triple H could be world champion coming out of the Royal Rumble, so there's plenty of good contenders there for here on SmackDown, as well as that, obviously CM Punk, Johnny Nitro, Jeff Hardy. I don't know if we'll get all those guys in the Rumble. I'm just there to say we get a fair few of them in there. So we certainly have a lot of guys that could be potential contenders, so we have a good chance, a good shot at winning the Royal Rumble, which is not too far away at all as we get ready to get on the road to WrestleMania, which will be very, very exciting as well. Looking forward to finally getting to WrestleMania and finishing it all up. So hopefully our ratings improve a little bit before then. Obviously, we've kind of bumped up the popularity of some of our superstars to try and get those match ratings a little bit above 4. Maybe that 4.5, potentially even 5-star rated matches for at least the pay-per-views to kind of kick that off. We got some long-term rivalries set in as well, so that should give us the chance to improve our ratings a little bit more heading in towards the Rumble and beyond. And I think probably about right now is the perfect time to start planning for WrestleMania. If you got a couple of ideas for what you can do with WrestleMania, or even if it's not WrestleMania, at least it's a long-term rivalry, because that's what gets ratings. You get a good rivalry that's going on for a good 8 to 10 to 12 weeks. Then you're going to start seeing those 3 thumbs up, and when you get those 3 thumbs up, good things are going to happen. Ratings are going to go through the roof. 4.5-star rated matches, 5-star rated matches, that's what you're going to get. And that's something we haven't really done all that well throughout the series. We've had some certainly had our fair share of rivalries hitting that 2 thumbs up rated, but we haven't had that many hit the 3. That's kind of been our downfall, I think. That's been one of the reasons why we've kind of suffered a little bit heading in towards our big matches. I think the pay-per-views have scored very nicely on the ratings, but the pay-per-views don't represent SmackDown ratings, which has been a big issue for us. So if I'm going to look back on the series and say, where did I go wrong in terms of the ratings, I think that's one of the key points. The rivalries, I don't think really I went wrong in terms of not making everybody 100 popularity overall or anything like that. I'm still pretty pleased with the kind of setup that I did. You know, at least everybody over the 80 mark and then kind of differentiating from there. So I'm pretty pleased how I did that, but I think possibly the ratings could have been better if we had have done a little bit more of the rivalries, and obviously we've let go of some of our superstars from mistake. You know, look at the situation with Triple H. You know, we weren't giving them the right wins when they needed them. We've had some contractual issues as well, so we've had some issues throughout many different various possible throughout many different circumstances throughout the series. But for the most part, we've been pretty good. But obviously, we could have done a lot better with our ratings. A fair way behind, which is sad to see. Obviously, I've complained about the game many a time. That's also a factor as well. But you know, we've always been competitive. We've always had a pretty decent show every week, and I think we've done a pretty decent job. But unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be getting the GM of the Year award. But hey, we're giving our best shot. You never know. There's still plenty of time to go in this series. We could have a cracking Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and you know, maybe even No Way Out, our final pay-per-view that's just us of the year. Maybe that could be a great show as well. You never know. So we'll just have to wait and find out and see how we go. At the moment, it's Mark Henry and Sandman in the middle of the ring. Sabu and MVP outside. This is a hardcore match as well, so everything is allowed, which is certainly going to suit Sabu and Sandman. They are Team Extreme. They love to go hardcore. They love to use their toys. They love to use steel chairs, tables, you name it, they love using them. So this is their playground. This is their home ground advantage. Whereas MVP and Mark Henry, yes, they've had a long tag team title reign so far. They've been very successful as a tag team. A little surprising that they've actually had this much success. Of course, they did knock off the team of Crime Time, who were the longest reigning champions, and they were champions for a long time. Longest reigning champions in the history of GMO. They knocked them off for the belts, and they've done pretty well to keep them since. They've beaten, you know, the Hardys, Crime Time, and now Sabu and Sandman. They've gotten some victories over them as well. So some formidable teams have come up against MVP and Mark Henry, but they still continue to put them down time and time again. And there's Sandman, Luthez Press going after Mark Henry, and he's just smacking him in the side of the face, deciding to put the toys down for a moment and use his fist as a weapon. But now he's got that 2x4 wrapped in barbed wire. I tell you what, that does not tickle. That is certainly going to sting and leave a mark, as Mark Henry gets his leg destroyed by that steel chair as well. So Team Extreme, Team Hardcore, Team ECW, whatever the hell you want to call them, they are looking damn good at the moment. With the toys are out, Mark Henry's down, MVP holding his head, struggling. Oh, look at that shot with a sledgehammer, taking down MVP again as well. Sandman rolling out of the ring, knowing that Mark Henry has that steel chair, about ready to line Sandman's already destroyed skull up for another steel chair shot. Although, another steel chair shot, is it really going to make much of a difference to the Sandman? You know, the guy who just gets a can of beer and, you know, smashes it over his head every time he comes out of the ring? Probably not. He's probably not going to really do that all that much damage to the head. I don't know how much brains is truly left in the head of the Sandman. You never know. But at the moment, they're outside the ring. Henry's getting double teamed here, in a bit of a handicap situation going on here, as MVP is in the ring, struggling to get back to his feet. And Sabu and Sandman taking advantage right now in the outside of the ring. Looks like Sandman's coming back in the ring now, trying to get himself a piece of MVP. But MVP outside of the ring trying to recover, holding onto his head, just chilling out for a moment. That's not a bad idea. I guess Mark Henry's outside the ring. He is vulnerable right now, but MVP trying to recover to get himself back in this match and give his team a potential chance to win, whilst Mark Henry's getting the shit kicked out of him. MVP's on the outside. He's just trying to calm himself down a bit, get himself back in the match, you know, hold his head, feel a little bit better. You know, he's taking some hard shots, so this is a good opportunity for him just to recover a little bit of health and get himself going again. But at the moment, Sandman is down. Mark Henry getting some momentum back for his team, the tag team champions, as there's a big steel chair shot to Sabu, and MVP and Henry both following it up with shots of their own with their respective weapons, as the Sandman comes outside to get some toys back in at the moment. So, a really good contest here at this stage. It is a very weapons-friendly matchup, but what did you expect? Honestly, we have Sandman and Sabu, the two guys who love to use the weapons the most in the game. They're, of course, going to be wanting to use them in a big tag team opportunity. Tag titles are on the line, we cannot forget that, so this is a championship matchup. So MVP and Mark Henry, they have to try and dig deep, keep going, try and stop this onslaught by this extreme team. As MVP back in the ring, still Still chair shot. Don't worry, I'll get the chair correct in a moment. That's 3 times I think I've tried to say it. I haven't got it. But, yeah, so at the moment, MVP and Mark Henry are just hanging in there at this stage. Sandman's looking good. He's taking some shots, and I almost botched it up again. He's taking some steals. I did it again. Steel chair shots. Maybe next video I'll get it right. So let's just avoid that word right now. So he's taking some chair shots. Oh, yeah, I got it right. And he's looking he's looking okay, but at the moment he's down on the ground as Henry getting himself back involved. Sabu standing around though, not really doing much. As Sandman, look at that sequence of maneuvers there, and oh, Sabu, I think he hit the wrong guy. So Sandman got a couple of rights and lefts and the big drop kick to send Mark Henry over the top rope. So Henry, he's looking a bit slowed down as well. Uh-oh. Sabu, he's just hitting himself in the head. This guy's a maniac. This guy's crazy. Uh-oh. MVP in some trouble. Sabu. Oh, yes. Look at that. Right to the leg of MVP. That is gonna hurt. And at the moment, MVP is down, but Sabu not going for the pinfall. Instead wants to continue the damage. I think he's already done enough to win this match. What is he doing? Why isn't he going for the pinfall? He could have won the tag team titles right here, right now. And I think that's one of the things that we need to emphasize. Why MVP and Mark Henry are tag team champions right now. Because when it's the time, when it's the right time to go for the pinfall, they do. And they successfully find the win. This is a big error on the behalf of Sabu. MVP was down, probably could have picked up at least a 2.5 count, very close to a 3 count, but at least apply the pressure to MVP. Know that MVP has to exert that energy, make sure that he's continuously working down his opponent, and doesn't allow his opponent to get a bit of a breather. And there's another shot to the leg of MVP, now doing some severe damage to the legs of MVP. So obviously, you know, if you have MVP down, you need to continue to work him down, at least force him to try and kick out of the 3 count. That way you're keeping the pressure applied. But if you let him down, if you keep him down and you just give him 30 seconds to recuperate, you know, you never know, that could cost you the match. That's a big, long time in the match, and if you allow your opponent to get back in, that could just cost you the match. MVP and Mark Henry are both good enough to find the victory just like that. One big maneuver can win in the matchup, and it could be a rookie error from the Sandman and Sabu, as they are a bit of an inexperienced team here in the series. They've had a fair few matches, but they haven't had much success, and that could be one of the key reasons why It could be one of the key reasons why the Mark Henry and MVP are the tag team champions and Sabu and Sandman are not. Although at the moment you'd have to say they could be the next tag team champions. They are absolutely on fire right now, but they aren't going for the pinfall. They haven't gone for the pinfall. Have they at all? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe once or twice, but not when they could have found the victory. They've gone for the pinfalls in circumstances that probably didn't warrant it, but now they've got MVP and they've got Mark Henry both holding their ribs, both struggling to keep going, both struggling to walk even, absolutely in all sorts, and yet they don't go for the pinfall. That is beyond me. I'm not exactly sure the strategy behind that. Do they want to keep inflicting the damage? I'm not sure, but at the moment that seems a little bit asinine to me. They should be going for the pinfall to try and win these tag team goals. Get Mark Henry outside the ring, hit your finisher on MVP and finish him off, and get yourself some tag team championship gold for the first time here in the series. So at the moment, Sandman, he's eyeing off MVP. Mark Henry got a bit of offense in on Sabu, as Sandman, he catches MVP, but caught a bit of Mark Henry as well, which sent Mark Henry flying. Mark Henry was probably going to go after Sabu. So that was a pretty smart maneuver there by Sandman to catch the steel chair on both of them to make sure that his partner has all the opportunity that he needs to get himself going on the outside, get himself a new weapon, a new toy to play with, and he's going to hit himself over the head with it anyway, so what's it matter? And what have we got there? Another big shot there from Sabu. And look at MVP. He is down. He does not know where he is right now. Just go for the 3 count. End this match already. This is a brutal contest. MVP, he's bleeding like a pig. Sabu busted himself open. Mark Henry's, he's copping it as well. It's really just an onslaught here by these extreme veterans of Sabu and Sandman. As MVP back to his feet, what can he offer right now? Oh, well, not too much there as he gets sent back down. Here we go. What's Sabu got for us? Sabu off the top. Oh! He just went flying off the top, the back of the leg, hitting MVP. That could be enough. Here's the cover. 2, 3. Yes, we have new WWE Tag Team Champions. There you go. All we said they have to do, hit a big maneuver, go for the finisher. That's exactly what they did, and now they are our new WWE Tag Team Champions here on Friday nights. That's a big win there by Sabu and Sandman. Finally get some championship gold here in the series. They've struggled quite a lot to get going. They haven't built the consistency that they've needed to get themselves tag team championships. But hey, tonight they've done enough. They knocked off the champs in the last couple of weeks. They looked pretty good, and tonight was their night. They absolutely dominated Mark Henry and MVP. They were so good tonight. They deserve to be champions as we look towards our next matches. So we have Nitro. He couldn't beat Crime Time in a handicap match, as expected. Jeff Hardy and Rey Mysterio, they knock off CM Punk and Brendan in a tag team contest. Randy Orton, he beats Edge 1-on-1. And for our main event, the Fatal 4-Way matchup, Batista, he knocks off Shawn Michaels, so the United States Champion, getting a big victory there. Okay, so how do we go this week in the ratings war? Monday Night Raw scored a 3.5 star rated show. Not too bad. ECW 4-star rated. Didn't really deserve it, but okay. And we hit 4-star as well. So the first contest was 4.5. 3.5 there. 4-star there. 4-star there. And 4-star there. So we certainly deserve 4-star this week. Good week for us. And I think that was only, 2 weeks? One more SmackDown before the Royal Rumble, I believe. That's coming along very, very quickly. So that's exciting times for us. There's the ratings. Not too bad, not too good either. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode of WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 GMO. If you enjoyed it, please do leave a like on the video. Subscribe as well. More GMO videos coming out real soon. And make sure you have a great day. And I'll see you all soon.